them is just one payment.
One payment?
one payment. You got nothing saved up. You got payments through the roof. Most people depend on that thing that job is gonna be there in the next day. In most cases, it's not like that.
True.
Unless you work for NHS or something like that, where like you need a doctor, even if it's an apocalypse, you need a doctor. You need someone that's gonna be able to deal with wounds and whatever. But most of these jobs, I'm not saying it won't go down overnight. Obviously, it's gonna go down overnight.
Yep.
But most of these jobs, they'll go under overnight.
Yeah, it's true, man. Well, yeah.
You have a cushy teaching job. You go in and there's a fire at the school. You have a job. That's it. No more mortgage payments. No more car payments. And you got loans. You got student loans. 2 months you're jacked. You're gonna declare for bankruptcy after 2 months.
Yeah. So people are on the edge. People are on the edge, man.
That's right.
You know.
This is literally one every 2 seconds.
Says you have sown in much but bring in little. You eat, but you not. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink.
Yeah. How many of y'all have got like 2 years stacked of food and cattle in the fridge? And
Yeah.
You ain't got none of that, man. You get that paycheck, you budget in. You go to your Sainsbury's local, or you go to your flipping your Asda. If you can't afford to go to Tesco, you go downgrade to Lidl's or
Lidl's and
Lidl's and that.
But notice, in Britain, that's becoming more. They get more and more Lidl's and Aldi's, right?
That's why they're coming up in the game.
That's why they're coming up in the game, because people ain't got money like that anymore.
You see, it's crazy, man.
And all the Waitrose is closing down.
Right.
Upper end.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, carry on, man.
Let me just finish this. It says, "Ye clothe you, but there is none that is warm. Ye earneth wages to put it in holes within bags."
That's all them debts. That's all them fucking debts, man. I mean, come on, man. How you gonna be a complete debt? You just got living for debts. This tax, everything is a tax or a debt, mate. That's unjust. It's ridiculous. The Bible talks about usury.
Yeah.
It actually says about you're not supposed to put usury on the poor.
Yeah.
So if someone's poor, you ain't supposed to put extra taxes on
it.
That's against the scriptures.
But check this out. Who's really buying on stuff on credit? It's the poor, right?
Yeah.
The poor, you're buying stuff on credit. That's the stuff that's got the most interest on it.
And they're quicker to grant that credit to poor people.
To poor people, yeah. If you got a history, like if you was born rich, you can't just get credit like that. They ain't gonna give you credit like that. You have to have a history of borrowing for them to give you the money.
Yeah.
The poor are in need, so they borrow more.
That's it. You
know? They say as soon as you get paid, man, like you would put out all that money already.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
You might have a few shekels left, to try and last you the rest of the month or whatever, man. But the large majority is gone before you even done anything with it. It shouldn't be like that, man.
I like that.
I got a precept.
That's why the scripture says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked.
I got a quick precept. Proverbs 22:7.
Yeah. What's that in Baruch? Get that? Yeah, Baruch. Is that the front one? Yeah, Baruch 4 or something? Get that? Go on now.
This is Proverbs
Baruch 4 and 4 or some shit. Baruch 3 and 8. I'll get both of them. Get Baruch 3:8. Get Baruch 4:4. Go on now.
Right. This is Proverbs 22:7. It says, "The rich ruleth over the poor."
He was right, man.
It's like he saw gods on the street or some shit, man.
Hey, well, like who's it, man? Like my man Richard Sherman said, Richard Roundtree, whatever his name is. He said he was on the panel. Yeah. He's done the NFL and all that, and the dude was criticizing his resume, and he's saying to the CNN reporter or whatever. He said, "Well, what have you done?" He just said, "Look," he said, the guy said, "Well," he said, "You're not better than this other player." He said, "Well, I'm better than you."
That's some funny shit.
I'll show you, man. I'll show you, bro.
Right, so Proverbs 22:7, it says, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is subject to the lender."
They go into it.
So that when you go into that word, borrower, okay, that's what? That's not the borrower, sorry, a servant. Okay, that's what? A slave, a servant.
Yep.
Okay, a manservant, worshippers. That's just one of the definitions.
Right,
But that's what you do. You become a servant to the debt, and by proximity, you become a servant to who? What? To the person that owns that debt.
Yep.
And that's what. It's funny because that's what gets traded on the stock market is your debt.
I mean, I remember there was a quote someone made. I can't remember who it was, man, but they tell you that debt is the currency of slaves, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It says it goes. Gold is the currency of kings.
Yeah.
Silver is the currency of noblemen.
Yeah.
But debt is the currency of slaves.
Yeah, was it cattle or something? It's for common people or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, peasants or whatever. Debt is the currency of slaves, man. And we're all in debt.
Yeah.
You know, which shows you the sort of situation that we're in right now, man. Under Esau, man. Under the elites.
Well, you go to the American Debt Club. What does it have? It has debt per person, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It has
Per household and all this.
per household.
Per person.
That's why they call it national debt.
How do you get born with 24 grand of debt or
That's
30
it.
grand of debt?
That's it.
You woke up and you're like, what? You got the bill stacked in your face already, bro.
Right.
Pay up.
That's it.
You know? This is Luke chapter 3. This is verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments."
Yeah, that, straight up and play, man.
Yep.
You know what that's talking about. That's talking about the indigenous populations. The native peoples. Go on, brother.
It says,
And that debt, actually, as soon as you get that birth certificate and you sign that, you sign to debt for the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
That birth certificate signs you to a whole load of debt and your national security and your national insurance.
we ain't never done shit.
Yeah. You've actually got, if you Google these, you've actually got hidden debts. There's like a list of debts for every person. If that you got to pay.
This is
So you're in debt just to be alive, and really they want to tax us breathing. That's why they keep talking about the global warming thing,
carbon tax.
Carbon tax.
Elites believe you being on the earth is a plague. You're using up too much resources, so you need to.
But it's them. But it's them doing it.
Yeah.
We're just alive, you know what I mean? We're having to survive kind of thing, but that's too much for them. But they can do whatever they want, sell whatever they want.
They can consume what they want.
Yeah.
But they don't have to. It's good. It's just ridiculous.
You're not worthy to live.
Well, that's how they're saying that they're the Most High.
Yeah. Because they want to depopulate.
Yeah.
So they're saying you're not worthy to be alive. They want to control who lives, who dies, when they die, how they live, what they do when they're alive, how they eat.
Yeah.
When they wake up, take a shit.
That's crazy.
That's why they're collecting. That's why what the hottest stock right now is data, is information. Like Google is what this big powerhouse because they don't sell nothing.
Yeah.
You don't go to Marks and Spencer's or Tesco's to buy 10 pounds of Google or something. Google is rich because they sell other people's information. So they're tracking all that data. Because why? Because once it's quantifiable, they're gonna say, okay, this person or the average person eats and sleeps at this time. That's what we're gonna put to that chip.
It's a data hub.
Data hub.
And they're doing all kinds of things with that Google program, man. Because Google just one of them companies that under they call it Alphabet. It's called the company that owns them is Alphabet. And they own all these other shit, man. Okay, and they're getting all into AI and all this kind of shit here. It's to use this data.
She waved you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's to use all this data in real time, man. using AI to do all these things, man.
I'm done.
You know, to monitor you at
That's
every
all right,
moment, man. You know, and again, that sets up with all the infrastructure they're creating around this Mark of the Beast system, man, with the Wi-Fi, the Internet of Things. Okay, it's one big fucking, you know, program or system that Esau's made to control and monitor everything, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Let me finish this off. This is Root 3, verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God."
Yeah, Jake's in the curse. Anytime they open a business, that business folds, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got any, you know, it don't last too long, man.
Don't make that much money.
Yeah.
Or when it does last long, you get passed to the kids, and the kids sell it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
How many times have you heard that in the islands?
To get to that stage.
That's if you get. That's
You know what
if
I mean?
you get to that stage. That's
A lot
if
of
you get to that
those
stage.
businesses that they have, they don't even.
They don't last.
Yeah.
And we
Shut
didn't
down.
do. He said,
You know.
it'll be a barber shop. It'll be a barber shop.
See, everything will be.
Anything but anything sensible. It'll be a barber shop
Right.
or a food place. That's what Jake opens.
Jerk chickens.
Jerk chicken place.
Right.
And then it shuts
stewed
down
goat.
within 6 months.
Yep.
I'll go precept. Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Can't find that one in four, though.
It says, therefore shall...
Same root 4.
You said you go read it.
It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
It's all right. It's all right.
which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke
Yeah, that
of
means
iron
that you
upon
got.
thy
That
neck.
means that, you know, we don't have no economic structure, mate. You know what I mean?
Self-sufficiency,
No, absolutely not. You know, that's why all these. That's why you got this. Okay, you got this crisis with these Venezuelans. Where they all running to? They running to America. And then there's a whole load of them down there in London. There, whole load of people from Bolivia and all that. And then, you know why they're over there? Because their countries ain't, all, you know, economically sound. So they're all in. They're going to countries where they think it's happening. At America, England. You know.
And they find out it's not quite like that here.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't the golden city, man. It might be better than your country or whatever, because you know Esau go around and fucked it up. But you know, London, like, you know, England, America, they're not. You know, that's not that golden city that, you know, these people once believed it was, man. You know.
Especially if you're a Czech. But even for Edomites now, for real,
Yeah.
everybody. True.
Oh, yeah, I was training. I was at the gym. This geezer was saying basically these two Edomites speaking to each other. He was basically saying, "Look, I'm getting the hell out of this." He's going to Germany or somewhere. Like in Germany, they take care of their own because this Britain America thing is done. It's had its run.
Yeah.
And everybody's what? Like the scripture says, they're fleeing to their own country or they're fleeing somewhere else where they think they're gonna have their own money. A lot of people that came over here overseas from Eastern Europe and all of that, they came over here thinking they was gonna see pavements, you know, made of gold, you know, and they was gonna come here and get rich. A lot of them are going back home. They're saying it's better back home.
It's just homeless people and dog shit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You know,
yep.
that's what you see in London, man. You know.
Sorry,
You know. But yeah, this is ain't nothing to marvel over, man. You know. I mean, it might be a step up from where you come from, but hey, man, it ain't like that here.
Can't remember that Baruch.
This is Baruch chapter 4, and we read from verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of God, and the Lord that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
Yeah,
So-
you know, it's as simple as that. Like we was talking about these judgments, you know. When that economic crash, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to be starving, man. You know, that's why they had Theresa May now. Everyone's looking at her sideways. You know, England's fucked up. Everyone's looking at the country's divided over this Brexit issue as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got Theresa May now. She's saying stack up food for this because of this Brexit thing. So
Very comforting.
Is that what she said? Is that what
that's what she said. There's many articles on that.
So it failed then. I thought Britain was going to be fine. I thought it was going to be fine.
If you stock up on food.
But you got to stack up on food. I thought she was going to be. I thought she was the what was it? The There's a word for it. The liberator. I thought she was the liberator of
Well,
Britain.
true, she came out as that, but then what happened? You see, it just shows that these people
Switch
hide
game,
behind this fucking
that's it.
accent. man.
Just the now she's just a titter bird, man. You know, she looking like a right idiot right now, man.
Well, they said they was making her out like she was the liberator of Britain. I thought she was going to liberate them from the financial shackles of Europe. I tried to make it Shakespearean.
Well, she's still,
as possible.
well, you know, she's still trying to, you know, word spindle people like, yeah, you know, because I don't know if they decided if it's going to be hard or soft yet, but they have been saying about stocking up on food.
Stacking up on food.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you it's a failure.
Exactly.
It's a failure.
Exactly.
Epic fail. Wouldn't you? Epic fail. Wouldn't you been better off as before then? What they had before?
No, but we gotta get the immigrants out of the country. Hey, but that was the main argument, though.
Yeah.
You know, because these people are dissatisfied with the fact that there's foreigners coming into the country, man.
Where'd you get
And that was one of the major, pushing points for Brexit.
Well, they messed up whole trade deals based off that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Which is just ridiculous.
that's right.
But that's part of that downfall there, which was all created, you know, by the elites.
It's coming.
They're showing boatloads of Somalians jumping borders and all that. You know? Go on.
Verse 2, it says, "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated."
Somalia must be some ancient ship people, but they love.
Well, you know they actually shoot them and all that. I was watching this video where they got coastal guards that just shoot them. You know? So there's obviously some kind of either they got elite. There's some agent links that are getting them across those.
Well, it's all insiders.
Some insiders,
All
man.
insiders, man.
You know, just like when that whole ISIL thing, their weapons are American. All those different things are set up. They got agents, man. You know what I mean?
What I was gonna say, man, because you know the MI5 that they're involved in underhanded shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're setting up crises and stuff like, you know, and that's why they got to play their part in doing shit like this, man.
Yep.
By causing these other countries to have crises and, you know, to have all this, you know, prophecy be fulfilled. Because basically what's coming to pass, their actions is making prophecies be fulfilled, and you know why it's gonna get so out of hand, man. You know. It's okay on.
Yeah, go on.
And it's verse 3, so give not thine honour to another, nor things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
Yeah, but and that really filters down to the elect, you know. Go on.
Yeah, it says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to God.
And that's another thing the world's gonna work out, man, is that all these different religions on the planet are not the truth. The truth's in the Bible, and that's gonna be manifested. And these countries, first of all, people in England don't believe in the Bible. They don't care about the scriptures, man. That's why, like I said, the Church of England's coming out and saying, yeah, mate, they actually said this. The little boys should explore their gender and wear mini skirts and tutus or whatever you call that shit. You know, and high heels.
Where's that in the scriptures?
That's not in the scriptures, man. That's what the Church of England came out and said. So they don't believe in the Bible. They believe in LGBT, you know. That's what they believe in.
Man's wisdom.
Yeah, just, you know, wickedness, man. You know. Go on now.
Verse 8 says, ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Yeah, man. So you can't trust in. Well, that's in Isaiah 30. We get that next. They trust in this Egypt, which is this establishment.
Yeah, here we go.
They trust in the establishment, man.
So there you go. It says there. It says there. You can see that. And you can see it's from the Pope and that. So you can see that it says, let boys wear tutus and high heels if they want to, Church of England says. So how's that that's supposed to be the what?
I mean, if you followed up, you know, they'd all be burnt in hell and
That's it.
something, you know, might understand them, but he's not even trying to push that.
He's trying to push that,
You know?
that. But then these people are supposed to know, because what's that? That's the what? That's the fish, right? He's wearing it.
They're all fishes.
No, because that's what they're into Babylonianism.
Yeah.
They're into Babylonianism.
Yep.
If you look at the image, forget the fact it says it's a Church of England. Okay, you look at the image, that's the image of what? The headgear that he's got, the stick that he's got.
Dagon.
That's the image of Dagon. That's the image of the ancient Babylonians that they're reviving. The only thing is they've attached the Church of England to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The symbol, the IHS, and then they got the sun. That's a Babylonian sun.
Sun
This,
yeah.
you know, and then even the whole Vatican layout of the Vatican. That whole layout of the Vatican has got obelisks there.
Yep.
You know, they got sun. If you look at it from bird's eye view, you got a sundial, and then you got the obelisk, which is an Egyptian phallic symbol. The Bible says that woe unto you that go unto Egypt. So why would you venerate something the Lord destroyed?
Yep.
Egyptian mysteries, because that doesn't represent nothing righteous. You know. What else they got in that Catholic church, man? They worship Mary.
Yep.
You know.
See, the only thing that they did, because you look into the history, the only thing that they did that was different from the ancient Babylonians, they just said Church of England. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
It's Christ. That's it. It's just a remix. You know, you get an old record from back in the day, and they'll play the new song. They'll have the new song, but they'll call it what? Remastered. It'll be exactly the same song, the same recording, but they do what? They remaster it. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
This is Babylon remastered. That's all it is, because it's exactly the Pope. What's he pushing? He's pushing LGBT value. That's the same thing Nimrod and that was pushing, man.
Yep. It was, yep. Same stuff. Hey, well, what's that? You know what? Revelation. Let's get Revelation 11 said.
Wait, I'm already in Revelation.
Yeah. Bring it out.
Revelations 11 and 10, it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and shall make merry. Is that the one you want?
What about 11th verse?
11th verse. And it says, and after 3 days and a half, I saw, after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Most High entered unto them, and they stood upon their feet, a great